back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the correct way of using an oil cleanser. I recommend these on my channel all the time. 99% of the time these suit all skin types and they are amazing. I use this daily, twice at night and once in the morning to take off all my makeup and to remove all the dirt from my skin. It's absolutely fantastic, but I have had quite a few comments in the past from people that say this doesn't suit their skin, gives them a really oily feeling to the skin after they've finished using it, or it brings them out in little white spots on the surface or some skin congestion. And I guarantee this is because you're not using it right. So I'm going to show you how to use this right today. If you're interested in seeing this process, then please keep watching. Okay, so I must mention, obviously, I have glasses on and I haven't got my contact lenses in at the moment, so it's pretty obvious. There is a really good reason for that though. This isn't really important for the nighttime routine when you take all your makeup off, because usually if you're anything like me, I always take my contact lenses out straight after I have taken my makeup off. So it's not really important for that. But the morning routine, what I would recommend is that you put your contact lenses in after you have washed your face with an oil cleanser. The reason I'm saying that is because sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes a tiny weeny bit of the oil cleanser can get into your eye. It doesn't sting, it doesn't hinder the eye, it's perfectly safe. But it can attach itself slightly to the surface of your contact lens, which makes things a little bit blurred, to say the least, and that's not very helpful. So I would recommend that you put your contact lenses in after you've done this process. So let's get cracking. Okay, so let's just go through the products that I have on my face so that you know I'm not cheating using products that are just going to come off with any product whatsoever. So I've got the Revlon Colour Stay for normal to dry skin. This is one of my favourites at the moment. I am testing out so many different foundations for you from the drugstore to find my favourites for a more mature skin. That video will be uploaded in the next 2 to 3 weeks, so do stick around for that one. And I've also got waterproof mascara on. This is the False Lash X Fiber Extreme Resist by L'Oreal, and I've got this on both eyes today. Very, very waterproof, and it's been tried and tested when I went to a water park with my kids, so definitely very waterproof. And on my lips I have the Smashbox, what's it called? Always On liquid lipstick. This really does take some shifting. It tends to go a little bit crusty as the day wears on, but it is an excellent lipstick, especially if you put a bit of a lip topper on there. Absolutely lovely, and this is in the shade Stepping Out. So they're the major things that I have on. I don't actually have any eyeliner on, but they're the main things that are going to take some shifting when you cleanse your face in the evenings. So the cleansing oil I'm going to be using today, I've mentioned so many times on my channel because it is such good value for money and it does the job superbly. So this is the Simple Hydrating Cleansing Oil. You get 125 ml of product and it's around about £3.70 in the UK and $7 in the US. So you can get this from more or less everywhere, so Superdrug, Boots, and more or less every supermarket in the UK will stock Simple products, so definitely go out and have a look for that. If you've never used an oil cleanser before, start off cheap. This is super cheap, £3.70 for 125 ml. And if you really, really hate it, it's not a massive deal if you're throwing it away. If you want to go a little bit more luxurious, I seriously recommend the Oil Obsessed Cleansing Oil from Bare Minerals. It is lush. You get around about 150 to 200 ml. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but it is £23, so it's a lot more expensive than this Simple cleansing oil. But it does feel like you're having a facial every time you wash your face. Really, really lovely, but I can't afford it at the moment. Spending all my money on makeup at the minute, so there we go. Okay, so let's get started. You need completely dry hands and you need a completely dry face. Very, very important. Just pop a little bit of the cleansing oil in your hands. You don't need masses of product. You don't want to look like you've shoved your face in the chip pan, but again, you don't need too little product so you're actually dragging the skin. Better to have too much than too little. So then you're just going to pat this over the face and then start to blend that with your fingers. It's very, very important that you have a dry face and dry hands. So we're just going to massage the face. Now, as you can see, not putting a lot of pressure on at all, and the mascara has already dissolved. It was waterproof mascara. Just keep massaging that into the skin. A lot of people are afraid to have this on the skin for a long period of time because they think it's going to sink into the pores and cause skin congestion and white spots. You actually want this to sink into the pores, and I'll explain that in just a minute. It's even more important for this to sink into the pores if you suffer from a really, really oily complexion. So it doesn't take me masses of time to take my makeup off. As you see, it's probably only taken me 2 minutes. And we're done. Okay, so this is the bit that people usually miss out. They usually go for a washcloth or a microfiber cloth and they just take that off. Or they just splash it with water, dab it with a towel, and they're done. But this is the really, really important step that you cannot miss out. Otherwise you will have problems down the line. So my hands are covered in oil. I want to wash that off first. So I've got a little bowl here. In fact, it's my nan's bowl that she used to make scones in. I did think that if I had my nan's bowl, my scones would turn out just as nicely as hers. They don't. So once you've got all the oil off your hands, you've got your wet hands, and then you want to start massaging your face with your wet hands. This is why it's important to get the oil all the way down in your pores. So if you've got really, really oily skin, the oil can sometimes get trapped in your skin. The reason why I think it's very important for you to have an oil cleanser is oil likes oil. So oil really does make friends with oil. Water does not make friends with oil. So if you're using a water-based product, the chances are the oils will remain trapped in your skin. If you use an oil-based product like we used earlier, the oil gets deep down in your pores and connects with the natural oils in your skin, and they shake hands and interlock. When you wet the oil and massage the oil, it emulsifies, and it not only emulsifies the oil that you've just put on your skin, it emulsifies the oil that it's clinging onto and all the dirt in there as well that it's clinging onto. And it will pull it out of the skin. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but the oil has gone white on the surface of my skin. It's emulsified and gone very white. That's what you want. And this is the bit that a lot of people miss out. So once you've emulsified the oil, that's absolutely fine. If you want to use a washcloth or a microfiber cloth at this stage, that's fine. But I prefer to wash over the face with some clean water. And then I pat my face dry. With a towel. Okay, so as you can see, that has completely removed all the makeup from the surface of my skin, including the waterproof mascara, the budge-proof lipstick, and all the foundation that I had on my skin. Now, I would always use this twice of an evening. I would cleanse to get the surface dirt off. That would be the first cleanse, and the second cleanse would be a deep cleanse. I recommend cleansing twice of an evening for absolutely everything, whether you are using an oil-based cleanser or whether you're using a water-based cleanser. In the morning, I only cleanse once, but in the evening, always twice, just to make sure. So I absolutely highly recommend all oil-based cleansers. This is my one of choice at the moment because it is so super cheap and it does the job so well. But if you are not doing the emulsification process where you are wetting your hands and emulsifying all the oil that you've put on your skin, you're going to end up in a little bit of an oily mess, and it's not going to work as a cleanser as well if you are skipping that step. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, there is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye!